at a box score. This Laker team that they played with tonight was, +8 in rebounding, 32 assists, they had 2 more assists. They had 15 threes, they had more threes. They had less turnovers, they had under 10 turnovers on the road. Where they lost, it's 38-16 on the free throw line.
Yeah.
And plus 15 points from the free throw line. And listen, that's part of the way you had to defend. Jokic is going to get calls. Guys are going to get calls.
Yeah.
The Lakers played smart in that regard, but tough one at the end on Koloko. But that's where that game is won, really, because Lakers outplayed them in every statistical category.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, there's no
Points
moral victories. Obviously no moral victories. But you got to be proud and extremely excited about the way they competed tonight. And like Clara said, in every aspect of the game, they pretty much outplayed them. But at the end, the last minute and a half, their youth kind of showed as well. Koloko with the foul. If he just stays down and put your hands up, they're not going to call that. The inbound pass, the not switching on the pick and roll where Murray hits the three. Just little things. But when you got a group of guys that haven't played together that long, you're going to have those mistakes. It wasn't because of lack of effort. So you got to be very happy about the way they competed tonight. They showed a lot of guts, a lot of grit because, again, they lost last night. You have to travel. You're undermanned. You don't get a lot of sleep, and it's a back-to-back.
Yeah.
Everything was against them, and they come out with this type of effort. So you got to be very proud of the way the Lakers played tonight.
No doubt. As you see Jamal Murray, Jokic did a nice job of you see him push.
Yeah.
A little bit and just kind of blocking that defender, gives it, sags a little bit, and now Jamal Murray's got an open shot.
Yeah, Jokic he's a people mover.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He walks around like he's going to set a pick and then, but what he's doing is he's moving people out of the way for Murray to get a shot or a pick or something, and he's really good at it. And that's Byron's right. The experience rose at the top. They've been there before. They know each other very well. But I thought collectively, you gotta be happy. I mean, Bronny, I think it was Bronny's best game as an NBA player. I saw him set a very nice pick, and to get someone open, defended well.
You got him open.
Shot well, and so.
By the way, James, this was not Denver also laying over. Denver hit 42% from three. They shot 52% from the field. They shot 80% from the free throw line. This was a Laker team that was just going blow
matched
for
their
blow.
effort. We had a good effort tonight.
I think Denver, Coach Malone's probably in the locker room going, what the hell?
Yeah.
Guys, they don't have 8 of their players, 6 of their rotation players, and we gotta win the game on a Murray 3. We also got to win the game because of some mistakes they made on the offensive end, and then Shake with the cross court. You just can't throw a cross court pass from out of bounds. You can't do that, right? So I'm sure he's in the locker room going, hey, if we want to really get to where we got to go to and win a championship, we got to be able to put away teams like this when they're undermanned like they were. So, like we said, on our end with the Lakers, the way they played tonight, man, we got to be very proud of that group of guys because they put out a hell of an effort.
Definitely proud as this tough stretch continues. The reality, however, is that the Lakers have now lost 4 in a row, and they went from 21 losses and a 2 seed to 25 losses, and now moving back in the standings. And, 18, 17 games left. It's not time to panic, that's for sure. But it has been a tough stretch. That Brooklyn loss now kind of, stands in your way a little bit because the Lakers just didn't.
A little bit larger,
Yeah, it's the one game they just didn't have, as JJ said, shortcutted it. Yeah, right? They didn't have the effort that night.
That's the one, Geeter, that
hurts them a little bit.
After you looked at the injuries and LeBron being out, you look at the count, and you really put a lot of emphasis on that Brooklyn game because that's the one you need. And then you're only lost 3 in a row now instead of 4. So, they'll go to the drawing board, hopefully get a couple players back slowly. And if they continue to play like they played tonight, I mean, we said that
I agree.
It was going to be guys are going to get to measure themselves against, good players. And I thought they passed with flying colors.
And by the way, it's not just getting, if LeBron's going to be out for another week or even more, this team can win basketball games if you get those other guys back. They've shown it time and time again shorthanded that they can win games. When they get whole and they are healthy, this Laker team, we've seen what they can do. So I think that's what gives the 3 of us confidence. Now, you hope they can go into this next stretch. You got 4 games at home. You got 4 games in 5 nights. Everyone's been talking about it. You're going to get an early start with Phoenix on Sunday, San Antonio Monday. You got Denver on Wednesday, Milwaukee on Thursday. 1 game at a time. Listen, AR tonight, I think if you're going to take some good stuff away from the last couple games, Austin Reaves, it was a short struggle, by the way, but it was a struggle a little bit, as JJ said, when he came back after the injury, shooting 26% through 3 games. That's all changed. Look at this. Most games with 30 points and 10 assists in franchise history. He does it again. And look at the legends on that list. Austin tonight goes for 37, 13 of 26, 13 assists, and 8 rebounds. He had 20 and 10 at half. The only other guy to do that in a Laker uniform since 1996 is Kobe.
Can someone tell me what the James Worthy Byron Scott combined 3 is? What does that mean? That together we combine for 3?
Together you combine for 3?
That means that's right.
That's right.
That's a fucking duo, baby.
That's right.
Who had the 2 and the 1?
He probably had the 2.
I don't know.
That was pretty good.
I just happened to see that down there.
Pretty good. But how impressed were you, just guys, with how Austin was able to navigate the night? Listen, we've seen him as the 1A. We saw it against Indiana when he had the ball in his hands. And he knows tonight's the night where he's got to take control. I love that he didn't try to do too much. He didn't force tonight. I thought he was just flat out awesome.
Hey, on another team, he's the 1A guy. You know what I mean? But with Luka and LeBron, he knows his role. And without Luka and LeBron, he definitely knows that he's the guy that set the tone.
Yeah.
He's a great ball handler, great passer, and a great shooter, and a great offensive player. Whether he's shooting from the perimeter, whether he's going into the lane trying to draw fouls, he's the guy that you need to ignite that offense. And he did a really good job tonight getting Dalton involved, making some good passes when he needed to, hitting some big shots. We love the outside shot, but I love it when he decides that he's going to go to the cup too and try to get an and one that way. So he's coming back slowly. Dalton, 32 points as well.
Dalton's
you got
crazy.
2 guys, 32 and 37 points. That's a good night.
Yeah, Dalton stepped up big time. But we said before the game that Austin looked like he had that rhythm back, that step, against Milwaukee, and he just took it to a different level tonight. But he's so creative with the basketball. He's got the herky-jerky. You don't think of him as being extremely athletic or quick, but he gets by everybody that guards him.
And that's the mistake they make.
Yeah, the mistake, they think he's going to be a little slow, but he has enough in his game, in his repertoire, where he can keep you off balance. Because he shoots the ball so well. So, you got to love the way he played tonight. He controlled the tempo of the game for the Lakes offensively, got other guys involved, was able to hit big shots. I think he's back on track, after that injury, 3 games, he just, had to find his way. But again, I wasn't worried about Austin. He's the least of my concern when you talk about a guy figuring stuff out on the basketball court. He's got a very, very, very high basketball IQ.
And by the way, in the 2 games that LeBron and Luka did not play, he's averaging 41. Now, I don't want to see it that often, but just know that if they're not going to play, you got a guy that's going to give you 30.
He could definitely take the load. That's for sure. Yeah,
and it was Dalton was awesome, as he said, 13 to 27, 5 of 13 from 3 with 32. Let's hear from JJ Redick. He's speaking with Mike Trudell in the media.
Well, JJ, against all the, you find a way to go up 3 in that final minute, and you've seen how Denver ends up scoring so many times. But how do you balance the emotions there of kind of being proud of the effort and the energy, and then nonetheless feeling the sting of the loss at the end?
Yeah, I'm proud of the group for their level of fight and resiliency, particularly not getting off to a great start there in the second half. Our transition defense was pretty bad from the first 6 minutes on. And then, fighting back and taking the lead. There's a lot we could have done better. But, the group competed tonight and gave ourselves a chance to win.
You said you're not sure exactly when you'll start to get bodies back, but the spirit, can you carry that out of this game as now you start to add a few guys back in and try to reclaim the not necessarily the winning streak you were on, but just that level of play again?
Yeah, the spirit was great. I think it's been that and will continue to be that. And I think it was a good opportunity for a number of guys to play bigger minutes, and Shake in particular, Christian defensively in the second half was awesome. So happy for those guys that they played well.
JJ, people who've been around Austin, like yourself, like us, know his level of competitiveness, but
what did you kind of make of his performance and his toughness tonight?
Yeah, I mean, certainly asked a lot of him on the second night of a back-to-back, not just the 40 minutes, but just the vast majority of playmaking duties. And I thought he did an outstanding job. And again, I hate to keep using the word organization, but when we were very intentional and organized about what we were doing, I thought we created some fantastic offense.
When you brought Jordan Goodwin back from this team on a two-way after he was with you in training camp, did you have a sense he could be this player for you?
Yeah.
What gave you that sense? Because there's been a handful of performances.
I don't know the exact date he joined our preseason gym, but what would have happened sooner had he not hurt his hamstring. The coaching staff was all fighting for him.
How's Dalton after the fall?
His back and head apparently are okay. I guess he cramped on takeoff.
Koloko, I think, ends up being like plus 13. It just seemed like he made a difference defensively around the rim. Hasn't played a lot lately, but what did you make of him hanging in there tonight in a tough matchup? And does that give you any confidence as you move forward here?
Yeah, it does. I think, again, Goody, Christian, Trey, we've gotten incredible value out of those guys and love having them in our program.
JJ, you said pregame, you mentioned that maintaining perspective with the messaging, with the group. What was the messaging after tonight?
Just that very, very proud of their fight and the way they started the game and the resiliency they showed to get back in the game. And there's I think the play that Jokic got the and one, I'll take some ownership of that just because that was a short timeout, and I ran on the floor to check on DK, and then I ran back, and I didn't have time to really get us the right substitutions and matchups that I would have wanted. And that's not a knock on CK, but I just kind of put him in a tough spot, knowing that Jokic was going to go quick. And then last play, just no comment on that one.
Short-handed leg.
You got to foul him for potential.
Yeah.
He's very smart on how to, create that contact.
You want an and one there, Byron?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Definitely did. But again, you're in Denver, so.
Yeah. 37-13 for Austin. Let's go inside the Laker locker room. Use the mic.
Austin, JJ said he told you guys he was proud of the efforts. How do you balance that, knowing how shorthanded you were, taking the three-point lead in the final minute, but then, Denver executing down the stretch and getting the win, kind of the pain of that versus the pride, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to win, and regardless of who you take the floor, with, we feel like we could, win, and, we went and put ourselves in a good position to do that, and, I missed a midi with probably 28 seconds left, and to go up to, they come down. They kind of went to what they went to the last 2-3 minutes, and Dalton got on the high side because we were fronting Jokic, and he kind of walked him up, held him into the screen, and Jamal got a wide open three and made it. Losing sucks, but I'm happy with what these guys in the locker room did tonight.
I know you're focused on the team and the result and everything, but you've shown now pretty consistently you can carry a much bigger load when needed. LeBron missed the game a couple weeks ago. Tonight, no LeBron or Luka. How just the confidence that you have in your own individual game, how has that grown over the years?
I think I've weirdly been confident for a long time. It's just being on the stage for the world to see. But I tell you all the time, I just try to play the game the right way. And when shots fall, it looks good. And when shots don't fall, everybody's ready to kill me. So, everybody in the locker room, did what they had to do to win. And unfortunately, we didn't get it done. But they made it easy for me out there, just putting me in the right positions.
Second night of a back-to-back, you guys have 3 starters back in there that are hurt. another handful of rotation players here that weren't playing. Why was it important to you to play and compete? Like, what is it about competition that pulls you?
I mean, basketball is just fun. I'd be lying to you if I said that at some point between, before the game and last night when everybody was, trying to figure out if they were playing or not, if for a second I was like, man, we got how many rotation guys? Bron, Jax, Rui, Doe, Gabe, Luka. Like, it's a lot of guys out. And, they told me to go play, so I go play.
You mentioned last night that you guys spoke in the locker room. You helped provide the perspective of it was all good just a week ago. What perspective, I guess, you guys didn't win a game on the trip, but what perspective can you have for the trip and I guess what you guys can take away from it going back home?
We went 0-4, so it's a pretty bad trip. But like JJ said a week ago, everybody was like Lakers in 5, so we don't listen to any of it. We know when we're full, healthy, and got everybody on the team that we have a really good chance to beat anybody. So I just see this group, coming together, locking in on one common goal, and that's to win. And tonight, I think, is the biggest testament to that. Very shorthanded and went and played a really good basketball team with probably the best player in the world. And went toe to toe and had an opportunity to win it and just didn't execute the last 50 seconds. So I guess that's what you take positive.
Last question.
There's value in these opportunities for guys when people are out. What did you make of Dalton tonight and kind of the chance he got to kind of flex his offensive muscles the way that he's probably most comfortable?
Yeah, I told him in the huddle, I said, hey, if you want to shoot it, shoot it. I don't care if you shoot it 35 times. We're going to need every bucket you can get. So he's a hooper. He's someone that likes to compete, plays hard. Not everybody's perfect. He makes mistakes and gets through them. And he's one of the better, I don't know if y'all would call him young shot makers I've seen. He has a high release that doesn't get blocked much, and he makes difficult shots. So shout out to him. But it wasn't just him. I mean, Shake tonight was unbelievable. Christian off the bench was great. Everybody chipped in and played hard. So I'm happy for those guys. I wish we could have figured out how to win that one. Appreciate you.
All right, good interview there with Austin Reaves. I believe you're breaking that down with a little 360.
Yeah, again, just want to show a little bit of what the Lakes did tonight.
When you got that suit on, you're going to the wall, right?
Man, I got to show it off a little bit, Gita. You know what I'm saying?
I'll waste that.
Just a little bit. But again, you got to give the Lakes a lot of credit. And again, Austin Reaves really controlled the tempo of the game tonight. And again, we talk about spacing. As you can see, Bronny up here, McKeith over there in the corner, and you got, who's that over there? Number 20, Smith over there in the corner. But again, all he does is just really occupies the joker, and big fella gets to the basket. And again, just the spacing that we kept tonight was great. That's why we got so many great shots. You would normally say, listen, don't throw the ball to a big man that's 25 feet away from the basket, but Lynn did a really good job of catching the ball and looking at Vandy, who was cutting to the basket, who gets a layup. He wanted the lob, but he took the layup, all right? So, again, just good ball movement here as well, good spacing. Again, you got AR coming off. You got the big fella setting another pick. You got Dalton over there on the wing. And look at the spacing again. You do not move. He's occupying guys. And what this does is now when you got guys running it, you get a chance to get to the basket, and that's what Dalton took advantage of. He's had Murray running out at him. And again, another high pick and roll situation here. But I love this one because Vandy, he catches, and they know you got AR coming off. Little fake, turns, gets to the basket. Aaron Gordon was like, because he was ready to help, but he wasn't able to get there. And you got to like the way that they just kept the floor spread. And the Joker, they really tried to put him in a lot of ball pick and rolls and get him occupied on the defensive end, because as great as he is as a basketball player, he's not that great on that defensive end. So you got to take advantage and you got to make him work. And I thought the Lakers did that tonight.
Got to make him move. Got to make him move. It was Shake Milton in the corner.
Shake, that's right. That was Shake.
That was my fault. I said Smith. But you're right. This unit, like, discombobulated, don't play together that much. But apparently you can tell that Redick's message has been getting through. Because to have these guys come in the game and play the way the Lakers have been playing, hard, defensively, together, that's a good thing. And that's one thing we were talking about pregame, how they're going to measure up. They measured up tonight.
They did, no doubt.
Yeah. You remember we said play harder, but also play smarter.
Yeah.
And I think they did that for 47 minutes and 10 seconds. It was the last 50 seconds, basically, of the game.
Yeah, they were right there. We've got more to come. No LeBron, no Luka. Dalton Connect steps up, scores 32. More on the Rook's impressive performance coming.
He knew it.
Dalton Connect scored 11 of his 32 in the fourth. He's in the locker room with Mike.
Dalton, first of all, how you feeling after that fall?
I feel good. I mainly cramped, and then I tried to hang on the rim, and then pretty much just slipped. Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. From junior college, so I'm good.
I mean, it did look like it took some pretty good impact on your back there, but you said that part feels okay?
Yeah, just ice, and then maybe a massage in the morning.
So Dalton, after you make that dunk, you guys go up 3 and have a chance to, with this improbable win, down 6 key guys, right? That how Denver's fully healthy. How do you balance the pride in making it that close, you guys all playing well, and then kind of the disappointment of them executing down the stretch and getting a win?
Yeah, just like you said, they executed, and we were short on guys, and we fought through that. They was up 10, they went on their runs, and we came right back, made the game close right away, and we just went out there and played our part, and they just executed at the end. So just got to watch film and learn.
Austin said he told you, every time you want to shoot. If it's 35 shots, go ahead. He wanted you to really feel that. What did he specifically say to you? What did you kind of take from that, and how do you feel like you played in the game with that mindset?
Yeah, AR tells me all the time. He texts me throughout my college career and gave me advice. And now we're on the same team. He's been pretty much my main vet I can go to and talk to all the time, and he has my back 100%. So having a guy like that he almost had 40, almost had a triple-double. So having a guy like that to help me and to be super confident in me, it means a lot.
Well, how did it feel getting the start back home?
It felt good. Had tons of family and friends here, and I'm about to go see them after and say what's up.
I know you played here last month, kind of got that playing as a pro back in your home arena. Did it feel different today for you?
It always feels good to be back here. Played here twice in high school and twice in the pros, so always feels good to be back home.
Did you have to look up to mom and tell her you were good after that fall?
Oh yeah, I told mom. I gave my mom a thumbs up, so she knew. I knew she was worried, so I just gave her a thumbs up.
Man, I didn't think about that. Mom was probably a little nervous when she saw.
Probably grabbed her heart.
Yeah, Dalton with his second 30-point game of the season. Most rookie 30-point games, guys. Mike and Baylor Magic. You see Kuz did it 4 times. D'Lo did it a couple, and then Dalton Connect.
Buddha.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, James did with Buddha.
Impressive.
Yeah, Buddha dropped numbers on you,
man. Yeah, big Buddha came with it.
More to come on Access. After the break, we'll look forward. Western Conference standings. Thunder, Nuggets, Rockets, Grizz now in that first 4 spots, hosting if it were to happen tonight. The Lakers would be playing the Grizz. A couple of games in the win column behind them, same in the loss, and it's getting a little close there. Warriors just a few games behind, and Minnesota 4 games behind as those 2 teams have won 6 in a row. Grizzlies did lose tonight to the Cavs, but it's getting close, big game.
It is, and we knew it was going to be close, especially over here in the West. But for some reason, I feel pretty good about our team. The way they played tonight, the way they've been playing, even though they've been losing 4 in a row, I just feel like they're going to be okay. They might drop another one. I don't know, maybe drop down to 5th or 6th. I mean, to 6th maybe, but I just feel when they get everybody back, you want to be seeded as high as you can, but I don't know if that's going to really make a big difference, this team, in the way they've been playing. They just want to be healthy.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, you want to be at home, but if you're not, I'll take healthy on the road anytime. So we'll see.
Yeah, Giddy, I think you said it earlier. You know, nobody's panicking. You know, you're not panicking.
You're not happy about it, but you're not panicking.
You're not happy. You know, you're not happy about a 4-game losing streak. You're not happy about all the injuries that have occurred over the last week or so. But I think you still feel pretty comfortable and confident that when this team is healthy, we can make a big-time run.
Absolutely.
So, again, like I said earlier, it's really about just keeping your head above water. This Phoenix and San Antonio, these next 2 games are 2 huge games for us. You know, so if we can get a couple of wins, you know, you get a couple of guys back, a couple of bodies.
Yeah.
You know, feel pretty good going into the Denver and Milwaukee game, and then obviously the next week you get another 1 or 2 guys back. So yeah, I'm kind of like Clever. I'm feeling
Desperate,
pretty good right now. Yeah.
Suns team coming in.
Yeah, very desperate. Yeah.
All right, Shake Milton led the Laker reserves with 16 points. He's with Mike.
All right, Jake, just first from a team standpoint, how do you balance the emotions of getting this great energy and effort from guys that don't always get to play a ton and having a good chance to win the game versus kind of the disappointment of Denver coming back and winning down the stretch?
I mean, there's no like moral victories or anything like that. We played a game to win the game, so guys are disappointed. At the same time, a lot of guys are also, was an opportunity for some guys to get in there and play. And I think above all else, we just wanted to show that we could play hard and play together and give ourselves a fighting chance. Thank you.
You know, individually, I'm sure it's difficult to come in and try to find a rhythm when you're only getting a couple shots up, right, in a minor bench role. What was it like for you today to just get a couple more minutes, get a chance to get some shots up, find a rhythm, and kind of show what you can do in that way?
It felt good. I mean, this is what you prepare for, whether you're playing or not, is constantly putting work in to be ready for whatever opportunity you get. And tonight I just try to go out there and be aggressive and have fun, honestly. Like, let his game. So, you know, just go out there and have fun, try to win.
Shake, you mentioned no moral victories, but it did feel like recapturing some of that, like, kind of frantic energy this team has played with is important. Did you feel like after this road trip, particularly the Brooklyn game, that you guys needed to really get back to playing sort of your style?
I think a little bit. Personally, I feel like, you know, we didn't play with a lot of juice this trip. I think, you know, tonight we definitely play with more juice, and you could definitely see that energy and feel that energy throughout the bench and stuff like that. So I think being able to bottle that up and take that back to LA and, you know, really hit the ground running, because we got, what, a couple sets of back-to-backs coming up as well. So I think for us, that's important, to be able to go out there and feel it, see what it feels like, and bottle it up and continue doing it.
I don't know if there was too many people outside of this locker room that would have thought coming into tonight with 6 rotation players out for the Lakers, you guys would be up by 3 in the last 30 seconds against the Nuggets. What was the belief level coming into it for this group?
I mean, we definitely believe. Everybody in here knows what they're capable of and believes in one another. And, you know, guys are itching for an opportunity for, you know what I mean, you get an expanded role, and, you know, it's all about playing hard and playing together. And I think that message is echoed throughout the locker room. And so when we go out there, we know we're, you know, moving as one unit. And anytime you're doing that in this league, you can have a fighting chance.
Lakers calendar Sunday at home, 12:30 game against the Phoenix Suns. Monday at home versus the Spurs. Wednesday back-to-back with the Nuggets. LeBron still out of lineup as he recovers from the groin strain he suffered in Boston last weekend. Tonight he was in attendance in Sacramento to see his son Bryce in the CIF Division State Championship game, and it is a tight one right now with Sierra Canyon up by 2 with 30 seconds left. Bronny scored 5 points and lost. He's speaking with Mike.
Well, Bronny, you knew how shorthanded you guys were going to be. What was kind of the team mindset going in, and how do you feel like you were able to rally and keep it that close despite so many key guys being out?
I just think the main thing was just fighting. Knowing we were down some guys, just playing as hard as we can, making sure we're doing all the right stuff, executing the right stuff, and just going out there and playing as hard as we can. I think that was what kept us in the game, and it ended up not being in our favor, but yeah, it was a good game.
You're playing some of your best basketball of the year for the South Bay Lakers. What was it like for you to kind of get the call, come in, know you were going to need to play, and, you know, find an impact early in that first quarter?
Yeah, I'm always just trying to stay ready as much as I can, whether I'm playing in the G or up here with the big guys, but you know, just always trying to stay ready. We have stay ready games and practice and stuff like that, so I'm always ready to, you know, go at it and give my full effort.
Was just going to check on my phone, but did you see a score in your brother's game?
No, I haven't yet. I haven't.
Okay.
But I think I checked it a quarter ago. It was pretty close, but yeah.
The conversation sort of about you is probably never been normal as a basketball player.
Yep.
I guess being in the G this year and like being able to just kind of work a little bit more in the shadows, how beneficial do you think that's been for you?
I mean, I always try to stay as low key as I can, whether that's media, I mean, everything really, living life, but just putting in the work behind the scenes. I feel like it's been really good for me. I worked all summer before the draft, and I'm still working right now, so I can see improvement. It's been going well for me.